Okay, we're going to start today with some vocabulary, a review of what a rate is. A rate is a special ratio in which the two values are in different units. For example, if a 12-ounce can of corn costs 60 cents, the rate is 60 cents for every 12 ounces. Let me remove these. The first term in this ratio is measured in cents, the second term in ounces. The next vocabulary word is unit rate. A unit rate describes how many units of the first type corresponds to 1 unit of the second type. Can you please underline 1 unit? 1 unit. So some common examples of that are miles per hour. Which one of those is 1 unit? Well, on highways, it might be 55 miles per hour, so it's per 1 hour, right? Cost per item, per 1 item. Earnings per week, per 1 week. So whatever word comes after per, that's what we want to be 1. Guided instruction example 1. Suppose your family is on a road trip to California. You drove 1,200 miles in 20 hours at a constant speed. How many miles per hour did you drive? So you'll notice that it gives 2 numbers, but we know that when we have a ratio problem, we always have 3 numbers. And I see the word per. That means that this number we want to be 1. So we have miles. We have hours. If we are driving 1,200 miles, this goes here, and it says it is in 20 hours. So we put the 20 down here. We see that it is per hour, so we want the hour to become 1. We ask ourselves, how do we turn 20 into 1? Since 20 would be becoming a smaller number, we must be dividing. What would we have to divide 20 by to get it to be 1? We would have to divide it by itself. So we are going to divide by 20, which means to find the matching part of the ratio, we would have to do the same thing up here. So we're going to divide 1,200 by 20. And we would do 1,200 divided by 20. Oops. I know that 20 cannot go into 1 and it cannot go into 2. But 20 can go into 120 6 times. Then I have these zeros, and I know I need to put a number above every number inside the house. So 20 cannot go into this, so the next number is 0. So the answer is 60. It is 60 miles per hour. What does per mean? It means for every. For every. So for every 1 hour, they were able to drive 60 miles. Example number 2. Dominique can type at a constant rate of 456 words in 5 minutes. How many words per minute does Dominic type? We can use a double number line. We know that our double number line always starts with zeros. The most important thing we can do is label them so that we don't get them mixed up. We have words and we have minutes. So this will be words and this will be minutes. How many words per minute does Dominique type? Well, she does 456, which would be way over here on this end. 456 words in 5 minutes. So I want to get all the way back to, it says how many words per minute. So I want my minute to be 1. And I want to know how to jump back. So again, when I'm jumping backwards, I'm dividing. To get to 1, I would be dividing by 5. Which means to get the answer up here, I am also dividing by 5. I know that because this does not end in a 5 or a 0, I am not going to have an even number. So this number is not going to be a whole number. Let's see what it turns out to be. 456 divided by 5. 5 cannot go into 4, but it can go into 45 9 times. Then I'm able to bring that 6 down. 5 can go into 6 1 time. I'm going to add a decimal and a 0 because 1 times 5 is only 5, which would give me a remainder, but we don't believe in remainders anymore. So we're going to bring down this 0, and now 5 can go evenly into 10. How many times? 2. So 91.2 is our answer. Look at the double number line. How can you find the number of words per minute Dominique can type? Well, I already showed you, but I do want you to fill this in. You can line up blank and blank on one end of the number line, these two. Then divide blank by blank to find out how many words line up with this. All right, fill those in.